Hi YouTube, right, 25. I'm going to try something different. Like I tried something different with my Transformers Prime reviews, and I've done quite good in that. This time I'm going to try something new. Hopefully getting some more, and actually try branch out into responses and just last week got me thinking. My reviews are getting better. They're nowhere near perfect. They're never gonna be perfect. I'm not 100% in. I don't like to edit my reviews. I like to work them out, act them out first before, and script them out before doing a review. And I'm going to try a questionnaire for you lot. This is a questionnaire. It's kind of like getting to know a Transformer fan, what Krell Prime does. This is generally the same thing, but it's not, if you understand me. This is going to be called, I'm going to do it every year, and it's going to be contained of 10 questions. Each year is going to be having new questions, and it's going to be around about this time. I'm going to give my answers, and I'm going to give my answers to you, so I'm going to partake in it while I'm reading the questions out. Okay, this is going to be called Nerd Mania, or Geek Mania, or Nostalgic Mania. I don't know yet. I'm just going to put down below Geek or Nerd Mania at the moment. Just generally letting people know you're in a geek and how much you love, how much you are proud of your inner self of being a geek, a new nerd, or collector, so on and so on and so on. Question 1. I'm going to give you the questions, then I'm going to give you my answers back, but I would like responses after this. Question 1. What makes you a nostalgic person? Me. It's basically, what makes me as a nostalgic person is I love the escape into cartoons and collecting, and the toys and the action figures and the books, and it just takes you out of the stress of the real world. There's actually a world that is designed for teenagers and kids, but can also appeal to adults. Yes, that's question 1, and there's my answer. Question 2. What's your top 5 nostalgic programs of the 80s and 90s? I don't want the reboots. None of these reboot stuff yet. My top 5 would have to be programs. Can be TV shows, and it can be cartoons. Number 1, it has to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog Adventures, basically, where Sonic and Tails were actually in it, and when that Princess Fox, whatever she's called, and they had to say the Will from Robotnik. That was a good TV show. Number 2, Biker Mice from Mars. I loved it. I loved the cartoon. I was brought. I love motorbikes for no reason. I don't know why. I just love motorbikes. I've wanted to have a motorbike for ages, but because I've got episode, let's see, I can't. So that's number 2. Centurions. Well, Centurions is basically G.I. Joe and Transformers mixed in together, where they get battle armor and they turn into 3 people. They have the ground, land and earth base. Then they added 2 more characters, a desert warrior and a water warrior. Yeah, land, and water base. Yeah, water was green, air was blue, ground was yellow. I can't remember the main names. Number 4, Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. The Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and yeah, the god awful thing that was Turbo, but they made up for it in space and everything else. And number 1 is going to be a choice between, it is Transformers, because this is what I usually do, Transformers. So there's my 5 favourite programs. Number 3. What's your 5 favourite toy lines of all time? My 5 favourite toy lines, easy: Power Rangers, Thundercats, Turtles, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, Thundercats, Power Rangers, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Turtles, Transformers. If number 4, if you had the choice of meeting any nostalgic person, and who would it be? Mine would actually be, I'm not going to say my obvious choice would be like Peter Cullen. It's actually going to be Stephen Bloom, because he made some of the most memorable voices of all time in manga and also in Transformers. So he is going to be there this year at Auto Assembly, so I am looking forward to meet him. I hopefully have the nerve to go up to him and have a talk to him. So Stephen Bloom is my person I would love to meet most. Number 5. If you could have any costume in any area, which one would it be? Costume from any program or any movie, which one would it be? Which costume would you love to have displayed? Mine would actually be the original Green Ranger costume. I would love to have it displayed up on the wall and signed by Jason David Frank. Okay. Okay, this number 6. Okay, nostalgic. What are your 5 nostalgic movies? top 5 nostalgic movies, and I'm going to add a little bit different. I want movie series, and it can be up to this day. So 80s, 90s, noughties and noughties plus. Top 5 nostalgic movie series. Number 1, Back to the Future series. Brilliant acting, good laughs, perfect adventure, everything from every type of genre they try to put in. They have done a great job with it. Number 2, the original first 2 Superman movies, Superman 1 and Superman 2. The last 2, 3 have nothing to do with it. So no. Sorry, they do not exist in my world. The Superman 3 and Superman Quest for World Peace and Superman 4, Superman 5 Return was bad, but it was a lot better than the Lois and Clark TV show. Yeah, so that's Back to the Future and the first 2 Superman movies. 3, the Star Wars trilogy, The New Hope. Actually, I do like all 6 of them. I do like all 6. Number 4, the Terminator series. I love the Terminator series. Everything was just perfect in that. Number 5, I have to put this down. It is the American Pie series. Everything in there is just comedy gold. Everything that you want in a comedy. Sex, immaturity, trying to grow up with age, partying, basically everything. Because I was a 90s teenager and late 2000 teenager, I grew up and I could relate to at least one of those main characters. So they're my 5 favourite nostalgic movies. Number 7. Okay, this is only on what you generally collect. In what area do you prefer your fiction? Is it the cartoons? Is it the comic books? Is it graphic novels? But in what area do you prefer the main hobby that you do? Basically, like mine's mainly Transformers and Power Rangers, but I do mostly Transformers on YouTube. I think I've done one Power Ranger, I don't know. My favourite type of fiction of the Transformers genre is actually the cartoons. Yes, I do love the cartoons. Yes, the cartoons is where it starts, and that's where it will end. I would say the books will carry on, but they won't have so much of an effectiveness as the cartoon did, original cartoon. Okay, number 8. What dream convention would you love to go to? And I don't mean the ones that you've already been, because Auto Assembly is my first love convention. I love Auto Assembly. It will always hold a special place. But my most favourite one I would love to go to is I would actually say Morphicon. Now I've heard of it. It's a Power Ranger convention, and I know some people would love to go there. It's Power Rangers, Sentai, everything. I would love that. Would love to go there. Okay, what's your most earliest memory of collecting? Oh, to make it easy, can you remember your first collecting piece? What was your first figure that you collected and actually kept as you were a child? Mine was Optimus Prime. It was actually my brother's. He didn't want to play with it. I took it off of him, and I kept playing with it. I kept with the. Then I went on to Power Rangers, and I ended up losing that Optimus Prime, and when I found it was broken because my little sister broke it because she was messing around with My Little Ponies or Barbie stuff. I don't give two shits about that. Okay, number 10. Last question now. What is your favourite cartoon reboot that you love? Top 5 cartoon reboots. Simple. Young Justice is number 1. It's just a new version of Teen Titans, but more in the stylization of the Dark Knight, Batman Beyond, and the Justice League. So yeah, it's like they've gone back to basics, and it was such a great cartoon. I loved it, and I'm loving it still. And now I've heard they're cancelling it. Fuck off to Cartoon Network or the producers of Warner Brothers. You destroying people's imaginations of great cartoons, and you bring in shit like, no offense, Adventure Time. I cannot stand it. It's like that Cow and Chicken. I do not like Cow and Chicken. It was awful back in the day. I like Johnny Bravo because he was funny. Okay, Thundercats, another one that has been rebooted and cancelled. Why? It looked same thing. That's been cancelled. Number 3, Iron Man Armour Adventures. It's just a new take on the Iron Man cartoon, and I love the fact that it's done in the CGI of like Cordell, I can't pronounce it, TF Nose and Sam with Triple Firestorm are going on about it a lot. Cordioko, that's it. I love it's by the same people do them. Love the sound of the animation of it. Great. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I loved how they've done it darker, and they still kept comedy aspects through it. I loved it. And also, last one, I would have to say Dragon Ball Z Kai. Even though it was a 2009-2011 release, they tried to reboot Dragon Ball Z, but a bit less violent, but still keeping the violent aspect of it. And keep the manga stylings of it. Was just great. I've watched a couple of episodes now. About halfway through the first season. Yeah, so that's my 10 questions. I'm going to write the questions down on the link below. Please like, subscribe, comment back on these questions, and please respond to this video. This is RatTrack25. Peace out to all of one, and be proud of your inner geek.